Okay, I had to take a short break there, but I'm back. That was a long ass quest. Probably the coolest Archon Quest I've done, bro. Went back and watched Furina's demo, but she didn't get her vision, so I guess it's in her story quest. I'll have to do that. Motherfuckers think I'm moving across, bro. This place is sad now. Motherfuckers are dead. Bro, they're like, yeah, they're just permanently dead. Was this the music that's always had? Yeah, they're dead. Damn, we can't bring them back. At least you get some Fatui friends.
Navia!
Fatui.
Oh, it's you. What brings you all here?
Hey, we're just having a look around.
Is that who I think it is?
I'm here to update myself on how things are going here. Oh, the Fatui are here too.
If it turns around, it's that old dude from the Inazuma quest who, is the House of Hearth representative.
Let me introduce you. This is Mr. 𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿. He represented the Knave in sending us a large amount of supplies, and is helping with our work.
Is that him?
Our residents are hard at work as well.
From
Thanks to
Inazuma?
everyone, work is progressing
I
nicely.
can't remember at all.
We've lost a lot of people, but
Damn.
we're moving forward. That will have to be enough.
Man, why is Poisson the only one who gets people that fucking die? Like, the poor region of Fontaine is the only one that motherfuckers die. And two of the cooler, the funnier guys. They're the only ones who die, really?
Hello, Miss Charlotte.
No,
I'm a
that's
big
not him.
fan
Never
of
mind.
yours.
That's not him at all. Okay.
I especially like that article you wrote last year about Fontaine's stray cats.
No, this nigga is simp, bro.
But
Let me
if
do
you don't
something
mind, could you not emphasize our role too much in your report? It's not charity we're doing here. We just happen to share the same interests as the Spina.
I get where you're coming from. I'll keep it as simple as possible. Or would you be willing to feature as friendly neighbors?
I'm gonna mute my mic so you don't hear me eating.
That would be fine. Thanks.
Oh, you're back too. How are things?
We finished laying down the construction materials. It'll be another hour before the workers are able to go over there.
So I'm gonna assume that 𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿 grew up in Poisson because they grew up together. And she's from Poisson. So you take a wild guess and say 𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿's from Poisson.
Huh? You're here too, Clarence?
Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole duel business with Miss Furina. So she's here in Poisson to wait out the heat. All right. She really came here to help me out.
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson. The Spina has need of more decision makers. And, well, I do already happen to be connected to Mr. Callas.
Oh, wait just a moment. Do you mind me asking a few questions? You know, about how you felt before the duel, about what it was like facing down a god. There's lots of exciting material there, I bet.
Forget it. I'm sure you can find a better theme than that, Miss Charlotte.
I see you're the same as always. Couldn't you do me a favor, for Navia's sake?
Well, if we're talking about doing things for my sake, you might as well just take a few more photos of me. Or of the Traveler. It's better than wasting time persuading 𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿 at any rate.
Of course I will. I'm not gonna let him off that easy. All right, then everyone who wants to be in the photo, gather up. And smile. How did it go? Was it a good shot? Did Paimon look cute in it? Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture. All right, hang on a moment. Let me snap a few more shots.
Great photo op.
All right, that should do it. I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
You're very quick.
Speed is of the essence when it comes to the news, and freshness is the key. Also, not to brag, but I'm pretty good at building connections. Who knows? I might eventually get that interview with you after all, Miss Clarence.
Wow, you really do have that never say die spirit. I'm impressed.
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview at the Fortress of Maripede.
Oh, she actually got the interview. I didn't see her in the when they were rescuing people. Was she on board a ship or something? I don't remember seeing Charlotte.
Whoa, you're well informed. Let me make a guess too. I asked 𝐶𝐿𝐿𝐿 who told Monsieur 𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿, and he told you, right?
No, the Duke told me
That's
himself.
a very complete information chain.
In truth, all Monsieur Neuvillette asked me was, when did the fortress become so friendly towards the media?
Nice.
I told him that it was best not to speak too soon. There's no guarantee that Ridsley will make a personal appearance.
Is that part of her hat, like that fishtail? It's so bizarre.
You're right.
Her bicone,
I've gotta
it's on a
treasure every
tricone.
moment I have with them. In which case, I'll be making a move first.
Stay safe now. And tell me if you hear anything interesting. I'll treat you to afternoon tea in exchange.
Nice. Is that how it ends? No, okay. No, we get to go to the fortress.
You seem curious about the fortress.
Of course. That Risley. I still remember going down to the fortress to grill him for information on my father's case. Boy, did he take me for a ride. Without telling me anything, of course.
Damn.
But he did invite you to tea, didn't he?
2 large pots of it, in fact. It was good tea, though.
I have to agree. The tea there is very good.
That's euphemism,
speaking of
though.
that,
Riding in
would
tea?
you like to have some today? I mean, you've got time, right?
Well, I'd be partial to some shortbread.
Wow, it's like we've got a menu or something. Sure.
Good.
No, she got to make the
What
tea
flavor
herself.
biscuits would you like, Mr. Šnezhović?
Me? I'm fine with anything. But I would prefer chocolate, should you have it.
All right, leave it to me.
I'll go over the newly arrived supplies with you later, Mr. Šnezhović. We should be able to finish the preparatory work today.
That works great for me.
Is it just me, or did you get a new lipstick?
She has the lipstick from
I did.
Citroën.
It was a gift from 𝐶𝐿𝐼𝐼. Want to give it a try? I think the color would suit you too.
Nice, it's good to see them chatting. I'm still, man, they're dead. They're just, I guess they're not coming back, bro. I guess they didn't want to make a character and then have them have their fucking bodyguards. Come on, bro. Look. They had to have someone die, I guess. Wow.
Wow, guess we're here again,
Yeah, thanks,
huh?
Mama.
There's a real nostalgic feeling to this place.
What nostalgia?
Looks like you've been missing us.
How?
Duke, did you come all the way to the entrance to greet us?
No, we came for the interview.
Of course. I'm here to welcome you and our dear Miss Charlotte, whom our good head nurse recommended to me.
Man, he's gonna cuck us
It's
from
an
another
honor
one.
to finally meet the much-rumored Duke. Thank you for consenting to my visit to the fortress, sir.
No need to thank me. But that said, I shouldn't be the focus of your interview. I trust you recall our agreement?
Of course, of course.
All right then, this way.
I wonder what she's here for. Oh, it's for Jiryu! Right, because he built the damn ship.
Hey, no need to be so nervous. I've already taken all the photos we need. Miss Charlotte, do these pictures really need to be published on the cover of the Steambird?
It would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't want her face to appear beside that of Mr. Jurier,
It's a Jiryu, huh?
Sir, please don't say things like that.
Oh, you just built the ship
But
that
it
saved
looks like dear
Fontaine.
Mr. Jurier denies it. Might this interview be very important to you then?
No, I just... This is my first time being interviewed, and I'm very thankful to the Steambird for...
Now, I might not look it, but I actually did meet Mr. Edwin once. And I'll be honest, I enjoyed chatting with you more. You've definitely got more of that genius vibe going on. The boat that brought about a miracle, the ark that saved the people.
Noah's
Why,
Ark.
you recreated a myth back there, like an emissary of legend.
Yeah, like a biblical
Still,
tale.
if I might ask, where's that flying ship now?
Where did it go?
Looks like Charlotte's trying to get herself another exclusive scoop.
Under the prison.
I have to apologize, but that ship is presently in the bowels of our factory. I'm afraid it won't be easy for you to get a shot of it.
Really? Well, then in that case, could I have an interview with you to make up for that loss?
She really is trying to
You
squeeze
already
blood
know
from
my
a stone.
answer, I'm afraid. Best you interview our head nurse instead. Or perhaps you'd like to take another photo of this couple of researchers?
Did you really have to use the word couple?
Oh my
Well
goodness.
then, 2 solo photos will do.
Is my hair messed up? Please, someone help me have a look.
Oh,
Things
like,
sure are getting pretty lively here. We've seen this kind of thing before.
the fortress is alive and kicking. Yeah, we get to go to all the parts. We went to Poisson. We get to see these guys.
Seems like everyone's here.
The demon.
Would any of you like to try this new drink I came up with?
Alright, it's time for us to leave.
𝐂𝐎𝐿𝐼𝐻.
Hey, Miss Charlotte. Why don't you, take some pretty photos of our head nurse? Sure. Come on, Miss 𝐂𝐎𝐿𝐼𝐻. Over this way. Let's find a brighter spot.
Yeah, you half-baked demon.
Sure. Do I have to smile?
Yes, you emissary of chaos.
How have things been at the fortress?
Pretty good. We launched the fucking arc through from it. That seems pretty good.
Same old, as you can see. Fontaine's undergone some changes, but this place is still more or less the same.
Yeah, the people in Poisson are the ones
Other
who
than
died.
that flying ship, it got a tad too much attention, I think.
Yeah, but
That's
know
why
you
I
built
decided
it.
to let the interview go through. We should direct more public opinions toward the behind-the-scenes heroes. Am I right, Mr. Jurier? Miss Lurvine?
You're too kind, sir. I believe that you too should have your day in the sun. Not that you would want that, which is a pity.
I mean, does he need his day in the sun? Sure, he has the facility to facilitate it, but you two are the lead designs behind it. He just helped build the resources to build it. That, and he's also the defender of the sluice gate, which basically means the fortress is no longer needed. The prophecy's done. The water won't rise.
I'll just leave the spotlight to you two.
The water should never rise. It's over.
I see. Lots of things happened that day, huh? Anyway, regarding that Harbinger, I'm not sure you remember, but his 3 young followers are still waiting for his return.
He sure
He's-
did win them over, huh?
He got yeeted into a
I'll
portal
tell
by
them that there's
Skirt.
good news and bad news. The good being that their boss seems fine, and the bad being that they must face extended sentences for abetting his escape.
Damn.
Oh, actually, what about you? Are things gonna change for you too?
Yeah, the sluice gate. is more
What
defensive.
change can there be? The fortress will keep chugging along, and so will my duties. As to what Miss Furina's departure will mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance will be transformed, we'll leave those to the folks in the overworld.
This might actually become a
Hey
prison.
everyone, the photo shoot's done.
Good. In that case, let's call it a day here.
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on, Traveler, let's go. Till next time, everyone.
Oh, we're leaving with
There'll
you?
be a next time?
Maybe. Who knows? I might write a story about the underwater factory next time. Until then.
I guess it's, yeah, it was top secret, but I guess it's known now.
Alright, last stop, the docks.
Oh, you know, I'd love to see you in one of Charlotte's photo shoots one day.
Is that really necessary? Our line of work doesn't really require much photographing.
It's precisely because we don't need the picture that they'll have value as keepsakes. You don't really look all that opposed to the idea, you know.
Maybe I'm just happy that I managed to once again avoid the spotlight. I think this interview went well either way.
Yes, you successfully kept prying eyes away by using Mr. Jurier and Miss Lurvine as shields. Very good.
You should be happy for them. They have a bright future ahead of them.
Do that though.
Here are the interview notes. They mentioned that the flying ship may have many uses in the future, and the journalist asked me what I thought of them. Seriously, how would I know anything about that? Flight is just flight. Whether people want to use a flying ship to broadcast good news or organize weddings is none of my beeswax.
One for the bombard city.
Wedding?
Why are you looking at me like that?
So the flying ship can be used for weddings?
I didn't say that. That journalist mentioned it, and what does that have to do with us anyway?
True. What does that have to do with us?
I want to see the update when they get married. On board a flying ship. That would actually be cool as hell. Are we gonna see the last time when we came in here from Sumeru? Yep, this is where we came in from, the desert. God, the fact that the fucking nature... Man, when I first saw Fontaine, and then I was like, oh, it's just right there off the coastline. And it's fucking cliffed up. Oh, Lenny and Lena. God, get this outfit for players, please.
I didn't see them! They really are here! How did you know?
Because everything's cyclical.
Navia mentioned that she stayed in touch with Linny and the others after working together. Apparently, they've been at the docks distributing these strange pockets the whole time since.
Traveler, Paimon. Ah, and Miss Charlotte, too.
Still doing that, huh?
Would you like a magic pocket? What sort of gadget is it? It's a wondrous bag that can be used to carry many things. The water level has returned to normal, but if you see any of your things floating around, you can use this to carry them. Or you could trick a friend into doing it for you. Trick a friend? I wonder which of my friends would fall for that.
Oh, you want to retrieve your stuff?
You could just make a friend like Fremine here. Isn't that right, Fremine?
Is this what you meant by, I'll help you make some more friends?
To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet. Could I have your contact, please?
Sure. Please, write down my address.
Yeah, the House of
We
Hearth.
sure are working hard to help Fremine socialize.
Not really.
He was the one who proposed doing this. He even wants to assist in our magic shows.
Why not? He's the third sibling. If not real sibling.
Yes, I was planning to first introduce Pear as an assistant, and later Fremine himself. In the future, I think we can leave underwater escape magic to him too.
That said, would anyone want to see a diver escape underwater?
I do breath holding tricks instead.
Oh, it'll work out. Every journey begins with the first step. He'll become a part of our show eventually.
Lynette, could you come over? Miss Charlotte says she wants to take a picture of us.
Yeah, the House of Hearth
Got it.
heroes. Actually cool seeing everyone interact
My,
together.
that
That's what I wanted to
Charlotte is
see.
rather
I knew everyone would work
perceptive.
together.
She got rid of everyone the moment she realized I had something to say to you. So, how have things been, Traveler?
Nothing too much, Harbinger to be.
Father says that you did a great deal during the latest events. She's very grateful for your contributions to Fontaine.
Where did she go?
That's all right. We were more than happy to help.
We only saw her after,
What's she doing now?
Poisson in the beginning. She never came back.
Oh, I guess you haven't heard. Well, after Lady Furina left, Father and Monsieur Neuvillette opened negotiations, during which he gave Fontaine's gnosis to her as a diplomatic gift.
Lovely. So,
Diplomatic gift? A gnosis?
well, there goes the body of a god, bro.
Yes, I was quite surprised at first myself. But when I thought it over, there were actually a number of things going for it. It could have been done as an apology for the incident with Lord Child, or as thanks for his help in tying the all-devouring narwhal down. Furthermore, Father did also lend significant aid to Fontaine and Poisson.
She did help us get the Archon.
True, but this is a gnosis we're talking about. Doesn't this seem a bit irresponsible?
I would agree, but I've also heard that it seems that Monsieur Neuvillette has had a significant change of heart regarding the matter.
So there's some reason for this that only Neuvillette knows about?
That's actually true. We know Furina. We saw her talk in the mirror and do the show, so we know that she was given the task with a god, but we don't know that he received his power from the other half of Furina.
I suspect you'll have to ask him about that yourself. Ah, yes, speaking of which, I did see him strolling around the entrance to the Fortress of Meripede a while back.
Isn't he real busy and stuff? Paimon didn't think he'd have the time for that.
Well, that's because he wants to visit us.
But back to the topic. The gnosis was given to the knave, right? What about Child?
He got thrown through a portal.
They say that he's returned to Snezhnaya to recover from his wounds. I hear that the recent disaster really did a number on his health.
Because we can call him one of my war buddies, literally. I mean, the dude was burning. Using Foul's legacy, and she said, Foul. One of the names she gave out of all the names, like Gold, Wine Daughter, fucking, the Foul. And his tech is called Foul's legacy. So either her master fucking Sakjawaka spaghetti is the Foul, or fuck it, bro. The Foul is one of the perfectionist ones. Who wants to use that, I guess that's considered human perfection, since he's able to use that technique, but it drains his life force. I don't know how that works. The only time we've seen someone refer to perfection is 𝐂𝐿𝐟, when he saw the abyss creature. He's like, such perfect creatures! And then he got blessed by the ideal master.
That's true. When you think about it, we've had loads of run-ins with the Fatui. To think we'd be allied with them this time.
So shocked by such a simple switching of sides?
The ghost Nina. She's got gold high heels.
Well, well, what do you know? Come to the docks to see how my children are doing and meet the traveler by chance. Please do not pay my accomplishments in Fontaine too much mind. I would have done them regardless.
We have a title too, like the Foul, Rhine Daughter, Gold. We're the traveler.
Are you going to take the Gnosis back to Snezhnaya?
Of course.
That is our duty as harbingers, yes. Don't be too preoccupied with sides. The goal of the Fatui concerns not a single place or person, but the entire world. With such a grand goal in mind, it is inevitable that we must wear many masks.
Yeah, okay, but can you explain to us who Child's Master was and what's the power from beyond the world and you're stealing God's powers?
Switching my masks is something I've always done.
We get to get to see her insane side.
Well, that depends on many things. No one truly knows what the future holds. What good is honesty if you can't rely on it forever?
That's true. Actually, it's 100% right.
I very much look forward to our next collaboration. Good things cannot be achieved alone, and you've proved yourselves to be great partners.
Oh yeah, Child's vision. He never died. I was hoping the item would go gray in our inventory, but he never died.
A vision? Alright. I'll remember to return it. Thank you for keeping it safe for him this entire time.
And that's a wrap for me. Huh? You're...
Greetings, Miss Journalist.
Miss Journalist. Please just be cold and blunt with it.
Hello. If I'm not mistaken, there are diplomatic channels I'll need to report to take a photo of you.
That is correct. So forgive me, but I will not be able to serve as a subject in your article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like about our dear magicians and our upcoming rookie talent.
I will.
The sea breeze is quite pleasant. I shall continue my walk while the weather remains so agreeable. Farewell.
Farewell, Father.
Oh, she has such an intimidating presence. I didn't even dare to take a picture. Thankfully, I've already wrapped up all my pre-scheduled interviews. Thank you all. This'll be more than enough for me to write about, I'm sure.
Don't be too nervous. Why don't you take a magic pocket before you go? Here, Traveler, Paimon, you take one too.
To move things about?
That's right.
Didn't we already get one at the beginning?
Funny. I was giving out magic pockets when we first met too. And what do you know? I'm doing the exact same thing right now. So many things have happened, but the pockets are still the pockets. I guess this must be life. We will all follow our own paths, and serendipity will lead you to your fated friends. All right then. We'll be handing out pockets in some other districts later, so we'll get going now. Have a good day, you two.
Bye-bye.
Well, guess we sent Charlotte off. Shall we go see what Neverlette's doing? As long as he's not so busy that he doesn't have time to chat anyway.
No, we're not gonna talk to them. Unless they're like in the city in a different district somewhere. All's well that ends well. Man, we saved Fontaine. Crazy, the entire city flooded in like an instant. Motherfuckers just swimming. You know motherfuckers died. You cannot flood a city instantaneously. And they're like, yeah, it's good.
The entrance to the fortress! Ooh, he really is there!
Look at this like fire fucking ancient place, bro. It's like some endgame boss shit, bro.
So, you really are here, 𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿! I didn't think you were going to have free time this hour of the day.
The first sovereign to regain his divinity.
Really? Oh, I suppose you must have met Mr. Linney. He took the time to greet me earlier when he passed this way. In any case, you came at a good time. I was just considering reaching out to you to set up a meeting, so I may explain some things that I haven't had the time to before.
Sweet.
Aw, Paimon's glad that you remembered. Thank you for keeping us on your mind, what with you being busy and all. Alright, let's have it then. How was Fontaine actually saved? The whole business is still quite the mystery to us.
We should give you a full recap.
It is strange how words can often leave a bitter taste in the mouth when it finally comes time to say them out loud.
Very profound. There we go. What he saw, bro, that's what happened. How did he gain divinity back, though?
Whoa. So that's what happened?
I only saw Furina's part myself.
𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿 destroyed the divine throne of the Hydro Archon and restored your power to you, transforming you into a fully fledged elemental dragon sovereign. But Paimon still doesn't quite get what you did to save the Fontainians from dissolving.
For me, the authority of the ancient dragons refers to absolute control over the hydro element. Fontainians were incomplete humans born of Egeria's use of the power of the primordial sea, with constitutions similar to that of mimics. But so long as those primordial energies remain within them, I could use the ancient dragon's authority to grant them true blood, after the fashion in which life was first brought into being on this planet. In other words, when I gave my verdict, Fontainians became true humans, and thus would naturally no longer be dissolved by water from the primordial sea.
𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿 must have counted on you to make that decision as well.
So you
Your
overruled.
verdict was the key to making the prophecy appear to have come true while saving everyone.
So he overruled the heavens' authorities and used god powers. Wouldn't that make him like, I don't know, the one of the, if not the strongest being on the planet right now? He's a sovereign who are the original rulers of the planet. They lost obviously to the primordial one, but like, I don't know what that nigga is. Everyone who came after him doesn't seem to matter. So he's probably one of the strongest things on the planet right now. And he's an ally with us. True Fontainians were finally born.
Yeah, and in a manner of speaking, 𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿 finally managed to fulfill the original Hydro Archon's wish to turn Oceanids into real people too!
So Furina's a human now. She's just a straight up human.
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask.
She's so cursed with immortality though.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Okay, why was Child guilty?
I have investigated his case along many avenues, and I have learned that he once fell into an unknown chasm when he was young. There, by chance, he awakened the all-devouring narwhal. But whether it be by sentiment or reason, that should not have been enough to consider him the root cause of the disaster. At most, he would have had tangential liability. As for the judgment passed by the Oratrice during the trial, whether it was due to that liability by association, or 𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿 deliberately using him to buy time for us on the assumption that he would be able to hold the creature off, I cannot say.
How would she know that, though?
𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿 had Fontainians in mind the whole time. In the end, it was thanks to her that they finally became real humans.
How would she know he possessed the power of the Foul Legacy?
Paimon suddenly got another question.
How did she know
Back
that?
when Fontainians hadn't yet become real humans, were the children they had also transformed oceanids?
Life has always flowed like water. Do you recall how Fontainians would often come to the Fountain of Lucine to pray for children?
Yeah, Lynette said the fountain is where all the waters in Fontaine converge.
In truth, even those couples did not know that such prayers were no mere custom, but instead a form of ritual. Those Oceanids who were blessed within the spring water would later descend as new humans in the coming months.
Bruh.
Paimon sorta gets it now. Either way, seems like this ritual won't be of any further use, but it'll probably live on as a local custom.
How about the people who are
Ask away.
dissolved?
I will tell you the truth as I know it.
What the fuck, bro? Why can't we ask about the people who are dissolved? They gonna come back and they come out the water's oceanids? Because they never seem to come back. Like, they just get dissolved and they're gone. How do they manifest as a physical oceanid?
Yeah, about that. Risley said Furina has already left. What's that all about?
Ah, Lady Furina. The people are only aware that her death sentence has not been carried out. She abdicated the post of Hydro Archon and left affairs related to that title to me, before leaving the Opera House. I related 𝐿𝐿𝐿's words to her faithfully and completely. After hearing them, she seemed neither saddened nor comforted. She simply said that she was tired and needed to rest. Having said that, she then packed her things and moved out of the Opera House, not unlike how an ordinary person might.
But she's still got a place to stay, right?
You need not worry. I will make arrangements to ensure that she will not want for food, clothing, board, or travel. In truth, I am somewhat happy for her. The wear and tear on her spirit will, of course, take time to heal. But now that she no longer has to play the role of 𝐿𝐿𝐿 the Hydro Archon, she can finally lay down her burdens and lead a normal life.
She's also a human.
What about you then? What are your plans now that you've regained your full powers as the Hydro Dragon?
After 𝐿𝐿𝐿 passed on, the Oratrice also ceased to function. This matter will directly affect our trials. After much careful consideration, I've decided to take over its role in our courts. From now on, I shall hear cases and pass verdicts by myself.
Looks like you're still considering stuff from the perspective of the 𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿, huh?
As an elemental dragon, there are indeed many things that I must do. But this power and this duty, in a manner of speaking, you could say that both were granted to me. As such, before I attend to my other responsibilities, I must first and foremost continue to serve Fontaine as its highest judge. The duty of the Hydro Sovereign and the duty of the 𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿 shall coexist within my person. Additionally, the Hydro Archon's departure has brought about another problem, which is that the Opera House shall no longer produce indemnitium.
Now you actually have that power crisis is real.
That power was derived from the people's faith in the Hydro Archon, wasn't it? Wait, but the various mechs and machines in the city are all still okay. Where are they getting their energy from?
The reserve.
As I am now, I have full command over New Musea, and it can serve as a complete substitute. Another reason why I cannot quite leave Fontaine immediately.
Wow. This ancient dragon's authority stuff is really quite useful, huh?
Must be.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know.
Oh, so you can combine Numa and Oisia. So the Gnosis, you kind of just tossed it.
Oh, that's right! They say you've given it to the knave as a diplomatic gift or something!
Leaving aside their intentionality, the two Fatui Harbingers have indeed done much for us during this crisis. Their sole remaining goal in Fontaine, at least at this point, would seem to be the Gnosis. The Oratrice has ceased to function. The Hydro Archon's divine throne is now no more, and I do not need the Gnosis's power. As such, it has lost all meaning for Fontaine. If the Fatui have impure designs, then we might as well accede to their request now, and avoid unnecessary conflict.
That's true. Give them the Gnosis, see what their plan, fight them later.
Paimon thought you were just giving it to them out of gratitude to the knave and as an apology to Child.
You're stupid,
Ask
that's why
away.
you thought that.
I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Next up is Nutland.
You will soon be heading to Natlan, I presume. I'm afraid that I have little talent as a travel guide, so all I can do is tell you what I know about that land. As far as I'm aware, Natlan can be said to be a nation of dragons.
It's like you?
A nation of dragons? You mean like you?
No, I suspect that I would not find myself welcome there.
You're okay.
Unlike ancient dragons such as myself, the dragons of Natlan have undergone long years of development and evolution. Large numbers of them have entered a form of coexistence with humanity. Natlan is also the nation of war. War ravages those lands like an undying flame. There is one other piece of information I got incidentally from my negotiations with the Knave that I believe may be useful to you. The harbinger known as the Captain has thrown his hat into the endless ring of war.
The Captain. Sounds like a real tough customer. Seriously, everywhere you look, there's a Fatui harbinger doing their thing.
I suggest that you fully prepare yourself before going to Natlan. In the meantime, Fontaine's doors will always be open to you.
So Fontaine has no Archon.
Ask away.
So another super powerful nation with research. No researchers that are using abyss power, by the way. Don't forget those guys. Advanced tech and with no Archon, and are preceded over by a sovereign direct challenge to the authorities. How is this place not going to receive a celestial nail in the next like 10 minutes? That's everything, right?
Hang on a sec. Paimon's still got a question about the Gnosis. When we spoke to Linny earlier, he mentioned that your attitude towards giving away the Gnosis had clearly changed. We guessed that there might be some reason for it that only you were aware of.
No wonder the House of the Hearth is the Fatui's intelligence division. They are certainly sharp. So regarding this specific issue, I was just getting ready to share something with you.
Okay.
What is it?
In truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named 𝐿𝐴𝐿 after sending you two back to the surface. It went something like this.
Ooh, lore drop, lore drop, lore drop.
Well, we're going to head topside to see what's going on. You hurry over soon as well, all right, Nervalet?
Nerve.
What next?
The all-devouring narwhal isn't here, so I'm no longer getting any interference. I can finally catch the scent of your power, what it's made of. It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons, but with something very similar to a god's curse mixed in. It's quite a novel blend. I'm sure I've encountered something like this before. What was it again?
I do not know what you speak of.
Of course. How could I forget? You should have the remains of the third descender on your person, yes?
Remains? I've never heard of any such thing.
According to your parlance, I believe it may be called a gnosis.
Well, that much is true. After 𝐿𝐴𝐿's divinity faded, she handed her gnosis to me. But I fear I have never heard of it described in the manner that you just did.
I've been training with my master, the Foul, ever since I was young, and I have never returned to the surface since. So most of the information I possess, I got from him. It is only natural for those who are greater than humanity to possess a different sort of common sense, which is why there are so many problems in our attempts to communicate with humans. Regardless, you should probably get rid of objects of misfortune to prevent any disasters from befalling you. To live in itself is a blessing, but once a person dies, the bonds he once had with this world shall all turn to curses.
What do you mean by that?
No need to fret. These are just my personal thoughts, and my reason for no longer wishing to return to the surface.
So was she human?
Third descender you refer to, who are they? And when did they die?
Master never mentioned them to me. Perhaps it just wasn't that important for me to know. If you're interested, though, I could ask him. I'll be sure to pass the answer on to you next time.
Next time? You believe we will meet again?
I do. Wait. I have a disciple of my own, don't I? He can be the messenger then.
Nonchalant person. Human, huh? So the first, second, third descender. First descender is primordial one, second one we don't know who it is, third one's dead and is the gnosis of the world, and the fourth one's us.
That's what she told me. Whether it would prove useful or not, I wanted to pass that information on
so
to you.
We only know who
The remains
don't know.
of the third descender?
Or the fourth.
That's what the 𝐂𝐻𝐿𝐹𝐿 actually are. Paimon just thought they looked like chess pieces. How could they be a person's remains?
All the same, assuming that there was no misunderstanding or special metaphor at play, that is what she meant to say.
And she said that it would bring misfortune and that you should check it, which is why you gave it to the Fatui.
If she speaks the truth, then I would simply be putting Fontaine at unnecessary risk by keeping it here.
I am the fourth descender. And then this is already descendant too. The one who came before me has already died.
I had guessed that you might already be familiar with this concept, but I did not expect you to be one of them. That means that the 𝐂𝐻𝐿𝐹𝐿, which are exceedingly element-compatible and can even enhance elemental abilities, do indeed come from the third descender. I wonder, does your body also possess similar properties?
Like being able to use elemental powers without a vision. That does sort of count as special compatibility, right? No, let's not think about this stuff right now. It just feels creepy. Comparing the Traveler to the dead third descender and all.
Well, I mean, we're literally the same, so I mean...
That's what you say, but this topic still feels like bad luck. Once Child recovers, let's get some more answers out of him. Or go look for his master and get the answers that way.
You want to
I
find
too
Scourge.
believe it unwise to make too many blind guesses when information is lacking.
Hey, theory
The same
crafters.
is true of being at court.
Genshin Lord looking at you.
Whatever the case, it seems like the crisis here in Fontaine's over for now.
Yes.
Ancient prophecy.
All of 𝐿𝐿𝐹𝐿's efforts were for this moment as well.
We thwarted the divine,
She
the heavenly
sacrificed
principles.
herself in the end as a god, and she suffered through all those years as a human. Was that really what she wanted?
It's not what she wanted, but it's what she needed.
I suppose that would be the mystery of a god's will.
Can you understand the will of the gods? Since I mean, you might as well be one.
I suspect not. But once in a while I too would guess that if wishes were like the clouds in the sky, they will one day return to the earth as raindrops. Life flows like water, and rain is the final answer. The water levels may sometimes tilt one way or another, but the rain falls fairly upon all. And what, ultimately, is the difference between the rains that fall upon all of us?
That's it. Fontaine's done. The Masquerade of the Guilty.
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask. Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. I suggest that you fully prepare yourself before going to Natlan. In the meantime...
Damn. So we don't get to see festivals, huh? Is it the final piece? Or my... No. That would be the final piece. I actually got to that shit. Jesus. What a quest. That's it. Fontaine's done. Kind of crazy when you think about it. I usually do my lore anal seeds, but I don't even know what they're gonna analyze yet. Gnosis and Ascenders. Skirk was human and never returned. The Foul is her master, and that's what Child's legacy powers is. Foul's legacy, which means she most likely possesses the same power. It's a power beyond the world. Danza says that. So twice now we've heard things Danza has said. So N talks to us about being able to defy fate by operating in a place where the gods can't see. That's how you defy fate, kind of like 𝐿𝐿𝐹𝐿's did. Because the gods couldn't see her hiddenness, which means she was able to defy fate. And then on top of that, on the real new, you have.
Let the mighty be humbled.
You have fucking Skirk talking about of power beyond the world. Of power from beyond, yeah, whatever, you know, fucking, you know what I mean. I think Dan just said, we will defy this world with a power from beyond.
Settle down.
So the power from beyond is a real thing, it's not just a joke thing. It actually is like a power from beyond. It's kinda crazy. I wonder what it is. Is it Abyss power? If that's the case, that would obviously mean Abyss creatures are something beyond. No shit. But beyond them being creatures from beyond, that means their power. It's so weird, because Skirk is like, that's why I never returned to the surface. Implying, and so Chap fell down a crevice, and he found her. That has to be the Abyss, which means the Abyss is beyond the world. Plain and simple. If the Abyss is beyond the world, I'm trying to think here, like. The Abyss is beyond the world, and the creatures that come from the Abyss is the Abyss Order our sister made, and the Abyss that existed way before, and the third Descender's dead. So, what's happening here, bro? Bro, I just wanted to get my reputation stuff. Killer, damn. Whoa, Pog Paimon. This smells even hostile. Bro, I didn't want to start this. I just wanted to fucking get the reputation stuff. I hate when they do shit like this. Also, the bird is gone. Oh, for fuck's sakes. I just want to fucking go do the reputation. Curve. Well, she has a whole ass fuckbot as her assistant. Fontaine is remotely operate, bro. Fontaine is more advanced than any society, man. The only one that beats it out is Sumerio's desert, which has like holographic tech. Bro, neither are real operators, bro. Motherfucking police impersonators that showed up. Well, she's not a real investigator. She's just impersonating an officer. Agents who are a bit special, mentally. Mosa protocol. Customer service agreement. Ugh, sure, we're in. Bro, why couldn't any of this be fucking voiced? Playing hooky? So you're a Miyasa on guard, acting as a higher tier investigator. Lovely. What a crap of secrets. Oh, we can't keep going at this, bro. But it's like 35 minutes of nothing. Bro. Great. Lovely. Holy Jesus. Never do that shit again. What'd I get? More buildings, huh? Were it so easy. Lovely Halo reference. We're done with Fontaine. Next quest would be Furina's story quest. Which we'll be doing promptly. That's the next one we're doing. Let's not go there just yet, but that's the immediate next quest I'll be doing. I don't know why I'm still recording.